All right, let's get right into it. You've probably heard this term, portfolio rebalancing, thrown around. And yeah, it might sound like some super complicated strategy for Wall Street pros, but what if I told you it's one of the simplest, most powerful secrets to smarter, more disciplined investing? Today, we're going to demystify it completely. So here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with what it actually is, then get into why it's so crucial for your financial health. Then we'll cover the practical stuff, when and how to do it, and of course, the common mistakes to avoid. We'll wrap it all up with the single biggest takeaway that really separates smart investors from everyone else. Okay, first things first, let's tackle that main question and turn this piece of financial jargon into something you can actually use. I mean, this is where it starts for most of us, right? You hear it on the news, you read it in articles, but what are we really talking about here? What does it actually mean to rebalance? You know, at its core, it's incredibly simple. Rebalancing is just the act of hitting a reset button on your investments. It's all about bringing everything back to the original plan you set for yourself. It's about sticking to your strategy, not getting distracted by all the noise in the market. So let's just imagine this is your game plan. You decide on a classic 60-40 split. That means 60% of your money is in equities, like stocks, which have higher growth potential but also more risk. And the other 40% is in more stable, lower risk stuff, like bonds. This is your target, your financial North Star. But here's the thing about any plan. The world doesn't just stand still. The stock market has a great year, so your stocks grow way faster than your bonds, and all of a sudden, your carefully crafted plan is kind of out of whack. And look what happens. Without you doing a single thing, your portfolio has totally shifted. Your stocks did so well that now they're 70% of your holdings. Now that sounds great, doesn't it? More growth. But here's the hidden danger. Your portfolio is now way riskier than you ever intended it to be. You've drifted from your comfortable 60-40 plan into a more aggressive 70-30 reality. You know, the absolute best way to picture this is with a weighing scale. Imagine your stocks are on one side and your bonds are on the other. When that stock side gets way too heavy, rebalancing is just the simple act of taking a little bit off that side and putting it on the other to get back to that perfect 60-40 balance. Simple as that. So we know what it is, but let's get into the why, because this isn't just about tidying up your finances. It's actually a critical discipline for your long-term success. Okay, there are 3 huge reasons to do this. First, and this is the big one, it manages risk. Remember that 70% stock portfolio? If the market takes a nosedive, you're going to feel that pain a lot more than you planned for. Second, it systematically protects your gains. You're basically selling a little bit of what's done really well, which locks in those profits. And third, it forces you to be disciplined. It gives you clear rules to follow, so you're not making panic decisions based on fear or greed. All right, let's get practical. We know the what and the why. So how do you actually do this without making it a massive chore? Let's get into the playbook. You've basically got 2 simple options here. The first is time-based. You just pick a date, maybe once a year, on your birthday, whatever works, and you rebalance then. It's super simple, super effective, and honestly, it's what we recommend for most people. The other way is threshold-based. With this one, you only rebalance when one part of your portfolio drifts by a certain amount, say 5 or 10%. It's a bit more hands-on, but still really effective. And the process itself? It's a simple 3-step loop. First, you check your current allocation. Where are you at right now? Then you compare that to your target. How far off are you? And finally, you adjust. You just move some money from the part that's grown too big to the part that's underweight. Sell a little stock, buy a little bond, and boom, you're back to your 60-40 plan. Oh, and here's a really crucial point. Rebalancing doesn't always mean you have to sell things. A smarter way to do it sometimes is to just use new money. If you're putting fresh funds into your account or you have regular SIPs, you can simply direct that new cash into the part of your portfolio that's underweight until you're back in balance. No selling required. Now, like any strategy, there are a few traps you can fall into. So let's talk about the common mistakes people make just so you can steer clear of them and keep your strategies solid. Okay, the biggest mistake by far is just not doing it at all, letting your risk get totally out of control. But on the flip side, doing it too often, like every single month, can just create extra work and costs for no real reason. And the other 2 big no-nos? Letting your emotions get the best of you or trying to time the market based on some scary headline. Rebalancing is supposed to be calm and logical. It's the opposite of market timing. So, As we wrap up here, let's boil all of this down to the single most important idea. This is really the secret sauce that makes rebalancing such a powerful tool for disciplined investors. And this is it. If you remember one thing, make it this. Rebalancing is not about trying to time the market. It's about maintaining your strategy over the long haul. You're not trying to be a genius who can predict the next big boom or bust. Nope. You're simply being the disciplined manager of your own plan. And trust me, that is so much more powerful than any prediction. And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. After all this, take a second to consider your own investments. Is your portfolio actually balanced right now, or has it drifted into being a lot riskier than you realize? Just a reminder, this conversation is for educational purposes only. Mutual fund investments are always subject to market risks, so please be sure to consult a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.